In the golden sands of Egypt, giant monuments rise toward the sky. They are older than Rome, older than Greece, older than most of the world's civilizations. Built with stone, muscle, and brilliant minds, they have survived for thousands of years. The pyramids are not just tombs. They are symbols of human determination, of science, of engineering, and of mystery. And today, it is time to uncover their secrets. Hello and welcome back to Project NOTOS, where history meets science and where curiosity is our greatest tool. Here, we don't just talk about dates or names, we explore the how and the why. How people thousands of years ago managed to create wonders without modern machines. Why certain inventions or constructions changed the path of humanity forever. And if you want to keep traveling with us, don't forget to subscribe and join our community if you haven't already. Now, let's travel back more than 4,500 years to ancient Egypt. The Nile River was the center of life. Every year it flooded, leaving rich soil for farming. That farming supported one of the most powerful kingdoms in history. Pharaohs were not only kings, they were seen as living gods. And like gods, they deserved eternal monuments. This is why pyramids were built, to be tombs, but also to be stairways to the heavens. The first pyramid was the Step Pyramid of Djoser, built around 2600 BCE. It looks like a giant staircase, moving up into the sky. But the most famous pyramids came later in Giza, the pyramids of Khufu, Khafre and Menkaure. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, also called Cheops, was the tallest structure in the world for almost 4,000 years. Imagine that, when it was finished, no building on Earth came close to its height. Let's talk numbers, because they make the story even more impressive. The Great Pyramid was originally 146 meters tall. Today, after erosion, it is still 138 meters. Each side of the base is about 230 meters long. That's longer than 2 soccer fields. It is made of 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing 2 tons, others more than 30 tons. In total, the pyramid weighs more than 6 million tons. Now, imagine moving all of that without trucks, without cranes, without engines. Just people, tools, and clever ideas. This is the question that fascinates people even today. How did the ancient Egyptians build the pyramids? Most stones came from nearby quarries, but some granite blocks were brought from Aswan, over 800 kilometers away. Scientists believe they were transported on boats along the Nile. On land, workers probably used wooden sleds to drag the stones. Recent discoveries suggest they pour water on the sand in front of the sled, reducing friction and making the sand firmer. This is smart science. Wet sand can reduce the force needed to drag heavy loads by half. But how did they lift stones higher and higher? There are several theories. A straight ramp going up one side of the pyramid, a zigzagging ramp on the pyramid face, or a spiral ramp built around the pyramid as it grew. We don't know the exact method, but experiments show that with enough workers, ropes, and wooden rollers, it was possible. It was not just about strength, it was about organization. Imagine thousands of workers divided into teams. Each team had a job: cutting stones, transporting, building ramps, placing blocks, and finishing surfaces. Archaeological evidence shows they had a kind of city for workers near Giza, with bakeries, breweries, and even medical care. This shows that pyramid building was not done by slaves in chains. It was done by a skilled, organized workforce, proud of their role in a national project. But Egypt is also a land of challenges, and speaking of solving mysteries, here is the latest game from Care Games, Iridio. In this game, you'll explore a world full of fire and water puzzles, testing your wits and timing as you navigate tricky obstacles. Along the way, you'll also face fast-paced shooting challenges that demand precision, strategy, and quick thinking. Every level pushes you to adapt, just like the ancient Egyptians adapted to move giant stones and design incredible monuments. Whether you enjoy strategy, reflex-based gameplay, or simply overcoming obstacles, Iridio offers a unique adventure that puts your skills to the test. Iridio is available now in early access on Steam, and the link to play it is in the description below. Thank you to Care Games for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to uncovering the secrets of the pyramids. The pyramids are not just big piles of stones, they are works of science. The Great Pyramid is aligned almost perfectly to the cardinal directions: north, south, east, west. How did they achieve this without compasses? Most likely they used the stars. By observing the movement of stars around the North Pole, they could find the true north. This connection between astronomy and architecture is a sign of deep scientific knowledge. The proportions of the Great Pyramid are also fascinating. If you divide the perimeter of the base by its height, you get a number close to 2 pi, the famous mathematical constant. Was this intentional or a coincidence? We cannot be sure, but it shows that the builders had advanced understanding of geometry. Inside, the pyramid is not just solid stone. It has passageways, hidden chambers, and a system that still puzzles scientists today. Modern scanning technology has even suggested that new, unknown chambers may still be hidden inside, waiting to be discovered. Why spend so much energy and time to build these monuments? Because for Egyptians, that was not the end. It was the beginning of eternal life. The pyramid was like a machine for the afterlife. It protected the pharaoh's body and treasures and symbolized his path to the gods. The pyramid's shape, broad at the base and pointing to the sky, was also symbolic. It represented the sun's rays connecting Earth to the heavens. So the pyramids are not only signs, they are also faith, culture, and power written in stone. Now, here is something really curious. When we made our video about the very first wheel, which by the way you can find the link in the description if you want to watch it later, we explained how this invention completely changed human history forever. But here is the surprise. The wheel existed in Mesopotamia around the same time, but in Egypt, during pyramid building, it was not used for construction. The Egyptians preferred sleds and dragging methods. Why? Because in the soft sands and uneven rocky terrain, wheels were not practical. This shows us something important. Some inventions, like the wheel, are universal, but sometimes civilizations find their own solutions for their own problems. The pyramids, in a way, remind us that teamwork and ingenuity can be as powerful as any tool. Let's finish as usual with some curiosities and fun facts you can share with friends. The Great Pyramid was the tallest human-made structure on Earth for almost 40 centuries. The next one to surpass it was the Lincoln Medieval Cathedral in England. Some stones are so heavy, up to 80 tons, that even today we would need special cranes to move them. Napoleon Bonaparte once visited pyramids. He told his soldiers, "From the top of these pyramids, 40 centuries look down on you." The Great Pyramid was originally covered in smooth white limestone casing stones, which would have made it shine brilliantly under the sun, so bright that it was sometimes called the gem of the desert. Some modern scientists think the pyramids may have helped inspire the study of geometry and architecture in Greece. The pyramids of Egypt are not just wonders of the past. They are timeless lessons in science, engineering, and human creativity. They prove that with organization, determination, and knowledge, humans can achieve the impossible. We still don't know all of their secrets, but maybe that is what makes them so fascinating. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey with Project NOTOS. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out our upcoming stories full of science, history, and amazing technology. See you soon!